Hi children, in the last class we discussed about the types of friction. What are the types of friction? Static friction, sliding friction, rolling friction and fluid friction. Today we are discussing friction a necessary evil. That is advantages and disadvantages of friction and the methods of increasing and decreasing friction. Because in some situation we need to increase the friction, whereas in some situation we need to reduce the friction. Let's look some daily life examples. We may think the friction is bad, but it is necessary too. Can you walk on ice? Can you walk on ice? It is very difficult because there is less friction as the surface of ice is very smooth. Friction is required for us to walk, isn't it? You must have observed you cannot write on smooth glass with a chalk, but you can write on the rough blackboard with a chalk. This is because the rough surface of blackboard rubs off some chalk particles which stick to the blackboard. Vehicles can run on road because of friction. That is because of friction between the tires of vehicle and road, isn't it? Imagine if there is no friction between the tires and road, then what will happen? Yes, then it could not start or stop or cannot run properly. So now you know why friction is so important. Snowy road is slippery as friction reduces because of snow particles and water. If anyone tries to do cycling on snowy road, then tires may slip causing accident. When you rub a matchstick on the matchbox, friction causes heat. This is necessary to light the stick. In some situation, we would like to increase friction. How can we increase friction? If you observe the sole of your shoes, it is provided in shoes for better grip on the floor so that you can move safely. Similarly, look at the tires of vehicles. It provides better grip on the ground. You can see athletes rub powder in hands for better grips as it absorbs sweat and increases the friction for better grip. In many machines, friction between the parts causes waste of energy. In some cases, friction can produce heat. The simplest example, when we rub our hands together for a few minutes, our hands become warm. You must have also noticed that a mixer becomes warm when it runs for a few minutes. In such cases, we need to minimize friction. So, in some situation we need to decrease friction. So, how can we reduce friction? That is, how can we decrease this friction? People apply oil, grease, etc. between the moving parts of the machines. It is to decrease the friction between the moving parts of the machines. Substances which reduces friction are called lubricants. What is lubricants? Substances which reduces friction are called lubricants. Oil, grease, etc. are examples for lubricants. We often use oil as lubricant in the hinges of door, isn't it? It reduces the friction in the moving parts and the door can move smoothly without making such noise, isn't it? Why do you sprinkle powder on carom board? This is because it reduces the friction between the board and the striker. So the striker can move easily and smoothly through the board, isn't it? And how is the fluid friction? Fluid friction can be minimized by giving suitable shapes to the body moving in the fluids. Hence, aeroplanes, jet planes, fishes, ships, boats, etc. have streamlined shape. So, friction has a great importance in our daily life. These are the ways how to increase the friction and how to decrease the friction. Okay, hope you understand all these things. That's all our chapter friction. In the next class, we will start our new chapter sound. So we will continue in the next class. Thank you.